Live.
I can definitely tell from this, though, there's been a factor there. You can see it's stuck to all the banners there. Not a whole lot going on with the live signs. I think they have a perimeter established, but they're not letting people through.
We understand that they are keeping people backing out of the way. Obviously, a lot of security concerns, and Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is going to be in the commissioner's box. So we're getting more and more activity as we get closer and closer to game time here in Detroit, Michigan.
You know, we like to focus on the things that matter most to us. And it's not necessarily the game, it's the food, Gus.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. Let me tell you, what are you finding there? What are you going to be making?
Well, you know, it's all about food. Sure, there's a lot of that too, but what I'm quickly learning after my, 7-hour tour here in the supermarket is that it's also about the headgear and the costumes. And Mr. Jan Harris of Wilkins Township is here today with his seal head. Now, you didn't make this. This was a purchase.
No, it was a purchase, yes.
And you're wearing around today. What's the plan here for this?
Well, the plan is to show as many people as possible my steelhead hat. And we want the Steelers to win one for the thumb, and then we become a second-hand team.
A second-hand team.
Right,
All right, I
that's
like
correct.
that thinking there. What are you going to do tonight?
We're going to go to my girlfriend's brother's house, and we're going to watch the big game.
And will you all be wearing steelhead hats? Or?
No, just me. No one else has the courage to do it. I'm the only one.
Well, today is a day for courage, and I thank you for sharing with us. I appreciate it. All right, go Steelers. As you can see, quite the crowd. I don't think that this guy's here to buy groceries. I think some people are just at this point congregating. You got to get to that. All right, he has to go get some food. That's the latest here from Monroeville. I'm Gus Rosendale, Channel 4 Action News.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Fry live in Pontiac, Michigan, right outside the team hotel where the fans have been absolutely unbelievable this week. We're going to take you inside. What do you see all the black and gold stuff coming up?
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Tuesday with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Make sure you watch Super Bowl 40 on WTAE, Channel 4. Go Chiefs.
All right, hey everybody, we're live here in Pontiac, Michigan, and I just want you to take a look inside this little SUV. Come on by, guys, come on by. You may happen to recognize the Steeler. We just took a look behind us, and I said, hey, you know who that looks like? That looks like Chemo. I think we're going to turn the SUV around. Come on by, guys, come on by. Hey, Chemo. I know we're not supposed to do interviews, but just say hi to Pittsburgh for us. There you go. He's hanging loose. He just gave us the symbol. He's getting ready to head back on down to Detroit and get ready for the game today. It just proves that you never know who you're going to see here when you're hanging out outside the team hotel. You just kind of have to look fast. And that's just one of the things, because fans have been here all throughout the week at the team hotel, packing into the lobby, hoping to get that autograph, carrying the footballs, the t-shirts, whatever they can get their hands on for one of these guys to come through and sign it. So we're outside, but I want to take you inside the team hotel. Take a look. Steeler Nation has officially taken over the Black and Gold's team hotel. Inside, the fans have reached a frenzy. They're camped out waiting for players with dancing bears, on all things black and gold in between.
We're season ticket holders and we won the lottery.
So you got tickets.
We're here, yep, and we're going. And
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited too. It's going to be great. And
Outside, we found Steelerettes dancing in the parking lot.
We left at 2 a.m.
You left at
2 a.m., yes, and we've been driving. We couldn't sleep, so we just decided we're going to get up, we're going to leave now, and just get there and enjoy every minute of the game.
Pittsburgh's own mayor.
I didn't see Coach Carr yet, but in case he needs any tips, I'll be ready. But right. I think he's doing very well without me.
But when it came to truly talking football, we had to find this man.
I want to see Troy come out with a pick, run it, way pass. He's gonna, I say Joe Porter's gonna knock John Alexander down, get the fumble. He's gonna run all the way, score for Pittsburgh.
Here we go, Steelers! Here we go!
Give a little flavor what's on inside, but I love that little guy because I think he talks football better than all the rest of us. He's got the game already planned out, you two.
Kelly, nice job, and Scott's right. You better keep your eyes peeled because you said the family is staying in the hotel now that the guys have switched to a different one, but they'll probably be jetting up there to family.
Right, I didn't realize they were going to be back here so soon, though, today, but I guess the coaches give them a little bit of leeway, so, and especially if you see anybody over my shoulder, let me know.
All right, we got you covered.
Okay.
See you, Kel.
That's great, Chemo Van Olhoffen, given the, he's loose. Never played football till he was 21 years old.
You know what?
Wow.
And you never talked to me because you got that stupid computer up. This is really fun. I thought we'd have a chance.
I'm finding out information. I'm checking the Detroit media. I'm checking the Seattle trash talk. I'm checking the.
You've got the webcam on.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh.
I'll see if we can. Yeah, we're gonna try to hook up maybe Ava Baker later in her little tiny Palomalo jersey.
Proud daddy there.
We'll see.
Way to go. All right, let's talk weather. And if you're heading out today, look at the camera shake. We've been talking about this all morning. The biggest problem today, the wind. We'll see some snow getting off and throughout the day, but the wind today, that's going to be the problem for you as it gusts up around 40 miles an hour. Live look on the old action cam. Cloudy skies, you can see for 4 miles. We're at 28 degrees right now. Winds are out of the west-southwest 15, gusting near 30 miles an hour. Humidity 75%. We got numbers from around the region. Franklin, you're at 27, 28 this hour in Butler, International, West Mifflin, Steeler, Washington 28, 28 Morgantown, 30 in Latrobe, 28 degrees in Indiana. Factor those winds in out there today, and it feels in single digits for wind chills. Live Doppler weather radar. We'll head north first, looking into Venango and Clarion counties, where a little bit of light snow southeast of Franklin, running into Clarion and down into Butler, and even into Armstrong County, central Armstrong County, with a moderate pocket of snow there. We'll work our way down the mountains into Indiana, or Indiana, Blairsville, and then on back through the Route 22 corridor. Some moderate snow falling right along the mountaintops. That is going to be a problem for you, especially when you get over on Crescent Ridge in Cambria County with the wind and the snow. Could see whiteout conditions over there, so be prepared for that. Satellite radar from around the region. The low pressure that brought us around yesterday is pulling to the north. We're on the bottom side of it. It's wrapping this cold air around, keeping the snowflakes on us. They're going to be with us throughout the day. Forecast today looks like this. Mercer 26, 31 in Butler, 30 in Kittanning, 31 in Aliquippa. Cloudy skies with some snow showers, breezy conditions as well. Into the mountains. Indiana, you'll hit 31 for a high today. 33 in Uniontown. Oakland, 25 degrees. Cloudy skies, some snow showers, breezy conditions, winds gusting to 40 miles an hour. Pittsburgh will hit 32, 30 your high in Washington. Steeler, 34 in Waynesburg, 35 in Morgantown. Snow. Now, how much are we talking? Same amount we've been talking about since yesterday, about an inch, maybe 2 inches as you get north and east in this white area. To the south and west, less than an inch of snow. It's going to be hard to measure it. That wind's going to keep the atmosphere stirred up and keep the snow blowing throughout the day. But if you're traveling to north, 6 inches up by the lake. For the rest of today, if you're heading to a Super Bowl party this afternoon, 28 degrees, cloudy skies, windy conditions late afternoon, and the snow continues to fall through the overnight. 22 degrees, breezy, colder, wind chills into the single digits through the overnight, scattered snow showers as well. Head into tomorrow, 30 degrees, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. A few flurries to deal with on your Monday for all the victory parties, hopefully, and a look at your weather watch for 5-day forecast. We continue to see the temperatures holding in the 30s. Tuesday, flurries, 31. Wednesday, 34. Late Thursday, 34 degrees. Next weekend, another big party going on. That's Winterfest at Seven Springs, and it looks like we'll actually have some wintry conditions for all the folks headed out to that. Wendy and Scott.
All right, like the sound of it indeed. Thank you so much for joining us here on Channel 4, our coverage of Super Bowl 40, both in Michigan and in Pittsburgh. We've got to cover. Here are the factors is. We've talked about the impact of the weather and the roads and all of that for everybody headed to Michigan. But there's going to be some changes here. We already know what happened after the championship game, and they had to shut off a couple of roads and a couple of bridges. So we asked what to expect around town tonight.
As Steeler fans gathered for this rally, the city finalized police plans for Super Bowl Sunday night after 9 p.m.
We're going to have a high police presence so that everybody has a good time. And everybody.
On the south side, Carson shut down completely from 10th to Hot Metal and shut down inbound from Beck's Run. The Hot Metal and Birmingham bridges will also close.
We're going to get on to South Side and party with the rest of the crazy idiots. We're going to be back up to Siren and 25 terrible towels.
These pit news photos show the trouble in Oakland after the AFC Championship. Police also have plans for that neighborhood. In Oakland, Forbes will shut down from McKee to Bigelow. So will all side streets leading to Forbes, plus Bay Boulevard, the Allies. Oakland exits from the Parkway may also close to deal with people who want to party in the streets.
No way.
Why wouldn't you be out on the street?
Too cold out there, and it's much more fun in a house.
In the Strip District, Penn will shut down 21st to 16th. Smallman will shut down outbound from 15th to 21st, creating a pedestrian zone.
This city loves the Steelers, and it's not my love. Everybody will be blending. You see black, white, everybody are poor, rich, we'll all.
Downtown sections plus 5th westbound from Grant will close, forming a perimeter keeping cars from the core of town where pedestrians may be partying.
Well, I believe Pittsburghers, we're going to be winners on and off the field, so we look for a celebration after.
Hey, I'm Jennifer Mealy, live at the Bermani Brothers in Greensburg. We've got pretty girls, we've got great food, lots of beer, and some crazy fans. That story is coming up.
I'm Ron Hayes. You watch Super Bowl 40 on WTAE Channel 4.
Detroit, Michigan, we're looking live outside of the Pontiac location where we just a few minutes ago, if you're just joining us, we saw Kimo Hoffman driving by live. Now, you thought the team had switched to the other mysterious hotel, but a lot of them have family members out here, and we got that glimpse. And Kimo giving us the hang loose, and he's getting ready for the game, which is now 5 hours, 29 minutes to go. Jen Mealy has been out. She's been restaurant hopping. We had her in an Eaton Park, a Primanti's. Are you looking and not touching, or are you sampling, Jen, as you go?
Oh, please. You know me, Scott. I'm out sampling. But I do want to tell you, these are some great fans. We have a Heinz Ward lookalike, Trupamalo lookalike. We have a crazy Steeler fan. Check out this Terry Bradshaw lookalike. Very nice. Very nice. Now, I found some girls here in the crowd who actually have something for me. Girls, I hear you have something for me.
Yes, actually, we have this shirt for you the other day. So here's iron-ons. Yeah, iron-ons.
Let me see the front. Let me see the front.
I love the Steelers.
Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. I really appreciate that. I'll be wearing that during the next check-in here. We're going to get some food. We have Primanti sandwiches, lots of pizza. Hey, you guys have a great time back there. We're having a great time here. We're live in Greensburg. I'm Jennifer Mealy, Channel 4 Action News.
This is Pittsburgh Mayor Bob.
This is Seattle Regals. Go Hawks.
Go ahead.
I'm Warville Smith with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Watch Super Bowl 40 on WTAE Channel 4.
This is WTAE Channel 4 Pittsburgh, your official Steelers Super Bowl station. Channel 1 News Special Destin in Detroit continues.
Detroit, Michigan, Ford Field. I was checking one of the Detroit newspapers, and the columnist there saying, you know, this is a comeback city with two comeback teams that have come to this place. Workman-like teams, not flashy, all get it done, both the best in their conferences, and it will all come down to a head tonight. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of Super Bowl 40. I'm Scott Baker here with our Channel 4 Action News team spread far and wide across Steeler Nation, including our team in Michigan. Mike and Sally are joining us now. They have a couple of special guests. This is going to be civil, right, this discourse?
That's right. You know, to talk about comeback cities, Pittsburgh's certainly one of those, and here is his mayor with the mayor of Seattle. And you guys have been making the rounds. You've been on national television this morning already. Morning America.
You're on Good Morning. We met at 5:36 this morning, and it's been a great day and a great weekend for the whole country, but especially Pittsburgh. I think there's more Pittsburghers in Detroit now than there are in home.
Well, I heard this is a new precinct or something here for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I declare Detroit 8 neighborhoods. All the Pittsburghers are having a heck of a good time.
You know, there are a lot of Seattle fans here, and Mayor Greg Nichols joins us now, and this is your opportunity not to be like Jeremy Stevens, not to trash talk. You really like Pittsburgh. You were born in here. First 6 years of your life in Erie.
In Erie, PA. We moved when I was about 6 months, and moved to Seattle when I was about 6 years old. So went to kindergarten in Mrs. Withers' class in Grover Cleveland Elementary School. So yeah.
And you guys are both Democrats, so you get along, and there's no really hatred here, is there?
Oh no, this is great. It's great for both communities. I think it's a great matchup. Pittsburgh got great history with 4 Super Bowl wins. We're going to cap it at 4. This is our first trip, and we're very excited. We're enjoying the moment.
All right, gentlemen, refresh us on your friendly wager.
Well, I'm having a taste of Pittsburgh, one of our famous tailgate parties, from Heinz ketchup to Venoski's to Primanti's and Donna salad dressing. So we have a list of 25 restaurants and still growing. So he's going to have a great tailgate party if we...
How about you, Mayor Nichols?
Well, we've got some great Washington wine, some Pike Place Market microbrew, Starbucks coffee, salmon, although I hope Sam's going to swing us on this time next week.
I don't think so. I hope Bob O'Connor, you invite Sally, maybe.
Hi, Mayor.
Oh, someone's going to...
I plan on drinking a lot of Starbucks coffee on the mayor. I thought the mayor.
Making use of props. Thank you. You can support that super with us.
Put some gloves, coats on. Gracious.
All right. Go Steelers.
Absolutely.
Go Hawks.
All right.
And I think now we're going to toss it over to John and Andrew.
That's a good prop for you. Starbucks out of Kyrie.
All right. You know what? Back here. Get ready yet. This is live television.
Okay,
So
all
now
right.
tell us what you're going to do the rest of the day.
Well, actually, we have about 3 or 4 events to visit. I and my family, we're going to go around and see. I have some relatives here, and we're really having a good time. There's dinners, and we're getting together.
You were at the Super Bowl 10 years ago with your son, is that
Yes.
right?
Yes, I've been to every Super Bowl for the Steelers. And the first one, actually, I drove to New Orleans straight through 24 hours to see them play.
How does this stack up?
Oh, this is 100 times bigger. It's bigger than life. The event. To see the whole country, especially our town. You know, you could probably rob a bank and you wouldn't be on the news. It's all Steelers and Super Bowl, so it's
95.
it's probably great.
Quick question. First time the Seahawks have made it.
Yeah.
Is this your first Super Bowl experience?
It is. And my first experience in Detroit. So we're going to Greektown, a nice warm spot for lunch, and looking forward to the game very much.
Great. Well, we appreciate you guys being on.
You bet.
Thanks very much.
Now we're going to throw it over to John and Andrew. Guys?
Thanks, guys. Pre-game political analysis only on Channel 4.
Yeah, and Mayor O'Connor, he's trying to brave the cold. You can tell he's a little chilly, but he's toughing it out. So it's always fun when the mayors of the two cities make that little Super Bowl bet. So we'll see who wins.
I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of that Starbucks coffee.
I mean, I'm adrenaline, but I could use a little pick-me-up.
Now, JB, you and I were talking briefly before we went on about this almost being a home game for the Steelers. Hasn't happened much in Super Bowl history. Super Bowl 19, the 49ers and the Dolphins, that game was played at Stanford Stadium, clearly a home field advantage for the 49ers.
Right.
What about today? I mean, how big a home field edge do you think the Steelers could have taking on the Seahawks this afternoon here at Ford Field?
You know, I was going to ask them too at the end of this.
When I'm walking
we can hear them kind of hit or miss, the pixelating. But I was going to ask them a little bit later. Oh, do we have you guys yet? Can you hear us?
We put a couple quarters in the machine, and now we've got them back on. Almost had them. Now, see, I think we're getting the live. Actually, you know what, Wendy? I would say we've been remarkably problem-free, technically speaking, here.
Yeah.
So and we didn't really want to jinx it. So we're just. No, well, you know, it's like, you know, you're at home, you're watching this, and I'm sure occasionally your VCR flashes 12, 12, 12, and this is our equivalent every now and then.
You know, what I was going to ask them was, are they taking this too casually, the team? We see them
right.
I'm just a little edgy, you know, I have to be honest with you. I'm kind of right on the edge, and I'm worried that all this stuff, all the hoopla and whatnot, it's kind of freaking me out. Now, you got John and Andrew there. What do you guys think? I mean, do you think all this stuff is going to drain the Steelers, or are they going to be fresh and ready to go?
You know, Wendy, they've had 2 weeks to get ready for this thing, and even despite all the hoopla, concerning Jerome Bettis, all the national attention, JB, I don't think the Steelers are going to be on edge at all. I mean, they've been very relaxed all week. We've seen them during practice. They're at the point now where it's like, look, let's stop talking. Let's just go ahead and play. I mean, they had played this game last week. No question the Steelers win. But the 2 weeks, I think they're rested, they're ready. I can't see them going overboard in this one.
Yeah, I think the 2 weeks was actually very beneficial because, you know, you get some guys back healthy. We mentioned James Harrison last time we were on. Some of these other key players that they're getting healthy. And they're on such a roll right now, and they're so focused. And they're a loose, confident football team. I don't think the layoff's going to do them any good. It's going to make them, I think, even more prepared for this football game.
I tell you, I am supremely confident in this Steeler team, and I haven't been in the playoffs. I mean, I'm one of the guys who thought the Colts would knock the Steelers out of the playoffs.
Yeah, so did I, and I got chastised by the greater Pittsburgh area for it, and well-deserved.
Well, but I look at this team now, and they seem to find a way to beat every team they play in a very creative fashion. A lot of that's for the coordinators. Ken Wood coming up, creative offensive game plan week after week. Dick LeBeau with a very challenging defensive game plan. The Steelers are always ready, no matter who they play these last 7 games.
Well, and you talk about the coordinators, Andrew, and that's a great point, but to that effect, how much trust Coach Cowher has in Dick LeBeau and Ken Wisenhunt to design the game plan and have the players go out and execute it. I think Cowher, this is obviously you got the Super Bowl, it's a good coaching job, but it's his best coaching job. I think he's taken kind of a Joe Paterno type attitude where it's like, look, I've got solid veteran players that can police the locker room. All I have to do is manage what goes on. Don't mess it up.
Yeah, I think Bill Cowher, the key this year is Cowher has been more relaxed, has delegated a little bit, doesn't micromanage nearly as much. And so, Wendy, as we send it back to you, relax, don't worry. We've got it taken care of here at Ford Field. Steelers are going to win this game. I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
Thank you very much. I feel much better. Now, if I could only watch it somewhere other than where my husband is, I'll feel so much better than that.
But you're right to be. Everybody needs to expect the Seahawks to come in here with real intensity. Tunchilkin was saying that in his blog on the Tribune Review site, that if they don't get out of the gate really intense, they're going to have a tough time. But their coach, they've been saying to them, we like being the underdogs, and so they're ready to try and come out and surprise people.
I like being the underdog. Okay.
Normally, but I think that when they get in there, the Steelers are going to meet them slug for slug, and it's going to work out.
We've also been talking to Sheldon Ingram all throughout the morning, and Sheldon, I can't help but notice that we go back to these live shots at Ford Field. There's just not anybody around. Now, are they really keeping everybody away? Nobody's allowed to get in there, or how does it work out? Oh, he can't hear us. Sheldon, can you hear us?
He's just ignoring us.
Yeah,
he can
I hear you. I hear you now.
He's not interested in what we're saying.
Yeah. Okay, so what's that question again?
I was just asking you, we haven't seen many people milling about there. What kind of perimeter are they keeping? Are they moving folks out?
Well, yeah, the security around here is very tight. And regarding the hotel situation, at least where we're staying at the NFL headquarters hotel, they have several streets blocked off, and we couldn't even park our own vehicle at our hotel. We had to park a few blocks and then be shuttled in. As far as around here at the stadium, we see some media folk getting ready to head into Ford Field right now, and the process here is that we also have to park a few blocks away. We have to walk along the line and then snake our way into the stadium. And some of those folks are doing that right now.
All right, Sheldon. And you know what? We're going to be checking back in with you in just a moment. We're kind of doing our round robin, going through all these people. So you hang tight there. Try to get warm a little bit. We'll take a quick break, and we're going to see you back in just about 2 minutes. Keep it here.
Our Action News coverage continues. It has been in-depth. It has been serious. It has also been entirely frivolous at times.
Yeah.
As we did our extreme set makeover here. This was simply my attempt to match whatever is going on at the Weather Center.
Perfect.
We have more Steelers bling around here. You never know.
All right, we're going to be back in just a couple minutes. Keep it here.
Stay with us.
Anytime you're talking about the Steelers, it's serious, even if it's frivolous stuff. I'm Kelly Fry live in Pontiac, Michigan, where we're still on Steeler Player Watch today. We saw Chemo just a few moments ago. Who else is stopping by the hotel? Well, stick around. It's coming up.
Gus kneeling down, it always kind of freaks me out. I never know what he's going to do. Yeah. Scott's eating a sandwich over here, so pardon us.
Enough of Gus in the store for 7 hours and Jen in the restaurants. We sent out for some wraps and some stuff, and what Schwenniker this morning he wanted to delivered it to the station.
I got some.
There you
go.
So
what are you bringing back, Gus? What are you bringing back to the station?
I don't know. You don't beat the star power of Don Schwenniker. Whatever he gets, he wants. That's the bottom line. I'll tell you what a lot of people want around here, and it's these "I'm for the Steelers" signs. We actually a little ago ran out of them, and we brought a whole box full. So one of our intern Warren ran back to the back. He had people who were down from here to get these signs. A couple of fellas from Ohio came by, and we didn't have them. I was all nervous, but this is the hot thing to have. And I'm talking to Lydia. You got yours. Are you getting to the big game tonight?
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing for that?
We're having a party at my house. My grandmother's coming.
Well, can I come? Yeah, well, I think that's a no, actually. Tell me, what are your predictions for the game?
I think we're gonna win.
By how much? Have you thought about that?
No, I think it might be a close game.
Now, you're how old?
9.
9 years old?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna stay up for the whole game?
Uh-huh.
You got special permission for that?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna be a little tired for school tomorrow?
Probably.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. How long have you been in football for?
As long as I can remember.
That's probably for most people around here. Everybody, show up your signs. Go Steelers. The hot commodity, we still got a few of them to go, but again, they're flying fast. Everybody, obviously, for the Steelers here in Monroeville. Reporting live, I'm Sherrod Channel 4 Action News.
I'm John Greiner live in the Strip. We continue to have people come in from other states just to be in Pittsburgh today. More from the Strip District coming up.
Hi, I'm Max Starr. Make sure you watch Super Bowl 40 on WTAE Channel 4.
Presents today's special coverage, Destination Detroit.
Yeah, we are back, counting down to the big kickoff. Hey, Kelly Fry, apparently you've done the undoable, the unthinkable. She found Seahawks
Mission
fans.
Impossible there in Detroit, yeah.
I was going to surprise you with that, Wendy, because I can't even believe that this has happened, but I had two gentlemen come up behind me, and then when we turned over, they're standing right beside me, they started to slowly unzip their jackets, show this to everybody back in Pittsburgh.
Go Hawks. Go Hawks. Go Hawks.
They've got to be so quiet because they're afraid for themselves here at this.
A little outnumbered.
Well, you are. Now, why are you doing this? You came into enemy territory.
Well, just trying to help the team. Who knows?
Now, you said you actually have tickets, so you're going there, but you've got a problem with where your seats are.
Well, we're going to be amongst Steve fans in the Steeler end zone.
Don't tell them where we're going to be.
Oh, sorry.
Good one.
Great.
Yes.
Please tell your fans, tell the Steeler fans if they've got tickets there to look for these two guys. Very brave souls to come out here today.
Yes. Well, we're huge fans. Yeah. Go us.
Oh, gotta go. We gotta go now.
I think they're going to be running off. Have you had a good time though this week? The black and gold fans have treated you okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Steeler fans have been great.
Yeah.
They have been.
Well,
and we hope that continues through the game.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be pretty bleak by the fourth quarter.
You know what? I think that's just about enough out of you two. One last shot. You want to get one last shot in and show your shirt? Because that's the only time we've seen them, unfortunately, because you're outnumbered this week.
Well, that's okay. Only in the stands.
Oh, you guys get out of here. Hey, thanks for being outside. We had some fun. They said, though, that they have to take some good pictures of themselves. They're afraid that they may not look quite the same after the game is done with all the black and gold fans that are here. But everybody's been very kind to them. I can't believe they came here to the Steam Hell. You say you do?
You know what, Kelly? Something I've noticed, though, as with all your reports, the fans, even with our folks here in Pittsburgh, all the fans around us, they're so nice and they're so, I don't know, they're respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my two were calm because they came sneaking up behind me like this, going shh. So I think they had to keep it down, or else they were going to be in trouble here.
Up there, we appreciate all of that. She's been doing such a great job. It's enough of you. I like that. Where to put it.
I'm a little worried when Gus said that people were getting avocados to make guacamole, and I'm saying, I think you need to get. No, that's good, but it's green. So we need to put some food coloring in it, make it.
Oh, for the love! Oh my God! Well, let's talk to John Greiner now. We haven't seen Green District in a while. Hey, John, how are you?
Huddling like the Penguins, he said.
I'm doing well. It's quite a festive atmosphere on a Sunday, which normally, every place in the Strip is closed down. I have a nice story to tell you. Sandra Krause is here with their family. 14 people came out from Alexandria, Virginia. This is a long-time tradition, right?
Long-time tradition. I brought my children up for all the 400 Super Bowls. And now they're bringing their children. These are all my grandchildren, my sister, and we come up every year. And we've been waiting all that years for the time to.
I understand your mom's watching.
Mom's watching. I hope on the sauce. Grandma Capizzoli, we're here for you, baby.
Okay. Not only are they coming from. Hold on, guys. Not only are they coming from Virginia. Take a look at Chuck here. Chuck came from Syracuse, New York. He's originally from Monroeville. But I think what takes the cake are these guys right here. These guys came from Nova Scotia just to be in Pittsburgh for the Super Bowl. So I thought Canada was a place for hockey.
Not anymore. Not today. Not today. We throw it out the window today. Yeah.
All right, folks. All right, what do you have to say? Well, as you can see, things are not quieting down in the Strip District, which is great. Reporting live, John Greiner, Channel 4 Action News.
We got the same spirit in here. We do. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Nice to see that.
This is great stuff.
You know what? And it's an amazing day. It's really nothing like this has happened in 10 years. And you talk. Everybody is excited. Every shot we go to, everybody's happy, excited.
Yeah, I've done opposition research. I just looked up Seahawk because nobody could tell me what it is.
Right.
And it's an osprey.
Okay.
We're playing the Seattle Ospreys.
Yeah, it hunts.
They also call them fish hawks. They die down. They have closable nostrils to keep the water out.
That's
there you go.
fascinating stuff, Scott. Great.
You got a bird, you got a big old burly guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the big old
It's
burly
not much
guy.
of a matchup.
All right. Well, you know what? They're dealing with wintry Steeler-type weather in Detroit. We're dealing with it around here, and as you head out, you're going to continue to see some cold wind. We're going to talk about that wind coming up in just a moment. Live look on the action again as we look into the Parkway East, and right there where it joins the Forest Hills and Route 30. Cloudy skies, you can see for 2 miles, and then there's no flying out at international west-southwest wind at 17, but notice now gusts registering at 30, and we've actually had one at 34 miles an hour here at the studios, and you're going to see that wind staying gusty all day long. Numbers from around the area: Franklin checks in with 27, 28 in Butler, West Mifflin, in Latrobe, Indiana 25, Johnstown, Morgantown at 30 degrees. Factor the winds in though. That really tells the story. It's 11 right now in Franklin. Du Bois has dipped to the single digits. 9, 13 in Indiana, 16 to Winchell and Latrobe, 12 in West Mifflin, 13 in Steeler, Washington, 17 Morgan. Live pinpoint Doppler weather radar currently zoomed in. Morgantown, a couple of flurries. Flurries to light snow, but as you get in the mountains east in Fayette County, that's when you're seeing some moderate bursts of snowfall. Zoom it out a bit, you see this band of snow running right through the mountains. Light snow through one just getting ready to work through Allegheny County. We'll move up north next where Franklin to Clarion to Butler, we get these pockets of snowflakes. We're going to see that throughout the day. The low continues to pull to the north. In its wake, it's pulling the snow across us, and we will snow on this Super Bowl. In Mercer, Newcastle make 29, 30 in Kittanning, cloudy skies, breezy, winds gusting to 40 miles an hour. Indiana, you'll hit 31, 33 in Uniontown, 25 in Oakland. Pittsburgh today makes 32 for the Super Bowl Sunday, 34 in Waynesburg, 35 in Morgantown. The snow is done through tonight into tomorrow, just an inch or so across the region, maybe 1 to 2 inches as you get north of the city. And then up around the lake, they could pick up 4 to 6. If you're heading to a Super Bowl party this afternoon, excuse me, getting all choked up for the game. 28 degrees, cloudy skies, windy, scattered snow showers. Through the overnight, 22, breezy, colder, wind chills down into the single digits overnight. Tomorrow, 30 degrees with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. A few flurries as well. Look at your 5-day forecast. And we continue to see temperatures holding around the mark. 31 degrees on Tuesday with some snowflakes possible. Wednesday, 34 degrees, chance of some snowflakes. And on your Thursday, 34 degrees, and chance of some snowflakes. You guys get your lunch in?
Oh, you know what? I have it.
Weather for you folks at home, weather's break time. While I'm on, they can get a bathroom break with lunch in. So,
all kinds of stuff. I've been trying to write blogs for the website.
Wow.
We've been doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, very busy.
Multitasking.
Oh, it's fun.
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
All right, what are we going to do? We're gonna do
Hey, I'm Jennifer Mealy, and I am live here at Permane Brothers. I'm about to take a bite of a big sandwich, so my husband's holding the microphone for me. Coming up next, we're going to have Steeler trivia and lots of fun with friends.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff going on. I was standing in this shot for us for a while. She's monitoring the ins and the outs of this hotel where the Steelers' families and friends are staying. Even caught a glimpse of Kimo Van Olhoffen. But what she doesn't know is that history is being made right here, right now, on this set at Chef We're Action. You've got Baker doing amazing things on this computer. The things that I've seen you do in the last hour. You're writing
later,
songs.
I think we're going to try to get Ava Baker on live on the computer with her little Palomalo shirt.
Well, I hope
But right
so.
now we have live because, you know, like our
I love that.
satellite shot, we know.
Oh,
It's not up to the satellite. It's going over the air direct to her live truck. Jen Mealy has been restaurant hopping, and it's getting increasingly loud in these restaurants, I think, Jen.
Hey
yes,
guys,
it has been.
I just lost my earpiece here because it's so loud, but it's fabulous. Look at what's going on. We've got Steeler trivia very quickly for you. What's your name?
Gator.
All right, and what's your name?
Barry.
All right, guys, here's the first question. What's a Steeler player whose last name is the part of a body?
Lambert.
No, the answer is foot. What college did Jerome Bettis play for? Oh, very good. All right, one more question, okay? What Steeler is currently starring in an ESPN commercial as a fire rescue volunteer?
Merrill Hodge?
No. No? All right, Ben Roethlisberger's the answer. But just for you, but just because you guys were sports, grab some of that sandwich. I'm going to grab some of mine. This is what you win, a big Permane sandwich. Come on, grab some. Let's eat it. Hey, can I get a Go Steelers here? Hey, we're live in Greensburg, Westmoreland County. I'm Jennifer Mealy, and I'm getting full here. That story and more from Greensburg coming up.
I'm Andrew Stocky live at Ford Field, site of Super Bowl 40. Coming up next, you're going to find out how Big Ben has matured into a big-time quarterback here on your Super Bowl station, Channel 4.
I'm Darren Perry with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Make sure to watch Super Bowl on WTAE Channel 4.
And today's special coverage, Destination Detroit. This is WTAE Channel 4 Pittsburgh, your official Steelers Super Bowl station. Channel 4 Action News Special Report, Destination Detroit, continues.
The unthinkable season, the one they thought was written off. The Pittsburgh Steelers. It looked like the road would be too rough, but then they resurrected themselves. They had to win out, and they did. Here they are, 4 hours, 55 minutes away from kickoff. It has now become epic in Detroit, Michigan.
Gosh, I was just going to say, hey, welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hey, welcome back to the show.
There you go. No, go ahead. You're doing so well.
Well, we've been trading off. You say, who you want to go up and field? I got plenty of stuff to say. I could go straight through to 6 o'clock.
Shocking that you could do that. You know, nobody knows you better than the people with whom we work so intimately. Sheldon, Mike, and Sally out at Ford Field again. I wish you guys were here because you're missing all of the extravaganza going on in this city. It's incredible to be on the stand, guys.
Every time we go to a live shot in Pittsburgh, when we hear the crowd just screaming, here we go, and what, we're so far away from kickoff, it kind of gives us kind of chills here. Well, we don't need any more chills. It does kind of pump us back, so it's great to hear that back in Pittsburgh. But you know, if there's a current theme, Sally, during this whole week, it's really cold, but it's also the MVPs that are here. All the MVPs for the Super Bowl, they talk about the maturity of Ben Roethlisberger. It's easy to forget that this guy 5 years is a teenager.
Well, you know, one of the interesting things about this game is Hasselbeck, the quarterback for the Seahawks, because he won that game by himself against the Redskins. Excellent scrambling ability. And then you look at the performance by Ben Roethlisberger in the last game against Denver. Phenomenal throwing skills were displayed in that game, so it should be really interesting between the two.
Well, you know, you really made an impact on the game, though, when the legends start talking about you making history. And one of the biggest fans of Ben Roethlisberger is Terry Bradshaw. He was stopped at Rio Row and asked about Ben. He called him a Brady. He called him poised and selfless. And then when I asked Ben about this, he was visibly very pleased.
He's making history, and the legends of the game praise him and call him. Legends like Dan Marino.
I don't want to pinch myself yet, because if I'm dreaming, I'm going to keep going. But, you know, I do. I talked to Dan the other day. Again, just talking more. It truly is almost too good to be true.
And Terry Bradshaw calls Ben poised, selfless, the real deal. At the MVP dinner, he scoffed at comparisons between him and Ben.
Big arm, that's kind of it. That's where it stops. I can't compare myself with him. A second-year guy doing what he's done this year on the road in these playoff games. We were big. I was a big guy coming out and saying quarterback. But we both have big arms, and outside of that, I think it kind of stops right there.
It's an honor coming from Terry. You know, being a wonderful quarterback, winning 4 Super Bowls that he won, and you know, I'm trying to fill the big shoes Pittsburgh. And he set the standard over there, and a lot of people are trying to compare, but I don't see any comparison. He set the ball really high, and I'm just trying to reach it.
And remember, he is the second youngest quarterback to start Super Bowl. The youngest was another Pittsburgher, Dan Marino. It is amazing how the city of Pittsburgh is connected to the famous quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's a big city, the region, hotbed of football.
Absolutely.
And Ben all week was really pleased when he answered the questions that Coach Cowher has given him the keys to the offense to be able to throw the ball so early in the game. Let's throw it over to John Burton and Andrew Stockey with more on today's Super Bowl. Guys?
Thank you much, Mike, Sally, Sheldon. You know, JB, I really appreciate Ben Roethlisberger. I didn't get to hear some of the people outside of Pittsburgh talk about him. The one thing about Roethlisberger, we heard all week long from all the national guys, and there are a lot of them here of this 3,400-plus media contingent, is how mature he is and how he plays well beyond his years.
You know, he knows himself very well. What I'm most pleased about is to hear Terry Bradshaw say such nice things about him. Remember when we caught up to him early in the spring?
Yep.
And he told Ben, park the motorcycle! Park it! Remember that was one of the funniest, you know, and Brad's funny. That's one of the funniest interviews we've done in a long time. But, yeah, I mean, hey, listen, Ben Roethlisberger, he carries the mail for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Some people can't seem to get enough of this guy. And we know why. The guy's got great skills.
Now, you talked to a guy earlier this week who has watched the Steelers from afar, but at the same time has a real Pittsburgh perspective on the black and gold.
That's right. You know, one of the all-time greats, member of the NFL's 75th anniversary All-NFL team. Rod Woodson, the great Steeler cornerback, played in the last Super Bowl that the Steelers were in, the Cowboys 10 years ago. Caught up with him on Radio Row earlier this week to get his thoughts on not only the Steelers, but his new career in broadcasting. Check it out. Rod, how about this Pittsburgh Steelers team? Obviously, an outstanding defense. Good off for Raymond Jones and Roethlisberger. What do you think about this Pittsburgh Steelers team?
I think it's a even team. You know, when I was in Pittsburgh, we had tremendous defense. Offense was efficient, but not a high-scoring offense. Where now, you know, their offense are in the top 5, top 10 in Crane, which that never was the case years ago. And I think that's an indication of Ben coming in, feeling comfortable more so this year than he did last year. I think Bill Cowher, Ken Wisenhunt, and Ben Roethlisberger, I think they all have more trust in the system and each other, and it's shown on the football field.
I can't put you on the spot and ask for a prediction.
I can't put my spot, but you can read between the lines. I think they have a very, 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 very good shot. Very good shot to win.
A very, very, very good chance to win. Read between the lines, folks. I think old number 26 is picking the black and gold today.
Yeah, but he's not committing, though.
No, but come on.
Come on, make the commitment, just like you did during the 80s.
Just be like Merrill Hodge. Just be out with it. You know, Merrill Hodge never roots against the Steelers. So you know in Rod Woodson's heart he cannot pick against the Pittsburgh Steelers today.
Well, I know another guy who cannot pick against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's Sheldon Ingram. He joins us live Ford Field as well.
Okay,
Sheldon.
Thanks a lot, Andrew and JB. Another competition that's going on today are the Super Bowl commercials, and we'll hear all about them. We'll read all about them Monday morning in the USA Today as to who had the best and who had the absolute worst commercials during the Super Bowl. This week, I had a chance to get a sneak peek at one that will be featured tonight.
It's a very different environment because it's almost an entertainment opportunity for a lot of people even to watch the commercials more than the game.
Cadillac General Manager Jim Taylor is giving you a sense of how much pressure is placed on their Super Bowl ad, the 2007 Escalade. General Motors is taking a big hit financially, but still finds it necessary to market the Cadillac luxury SUV on a large scale.
It is the most expensive commercial we create in the entire effectively of our life. Because of the amount of exposure it gets and the amount of eyes that are on it and the amount of impact that we can make in just 60 seconds.
So what does this commercial look like? GM is using a fashion show theme in its Super Bowl ad. Everything from a 200-foot runway to supermodels and high-profile figures from the fashion industry.
We went to great lengths to make this an absolute authentic fashion show by building a 200-foot runway, by hiring supermodels, by filling the audience with aficionados of the fashion business. So it has to be memorable, and it has to kind of break through all that run of commercials and not be a typical car commercials.
Now, you know I had to ask General Motors, how much are they paying for the Super Bowl ad? The answer? They would say, because it is not for my consumption. Back to you in the studio.
You know, I think, what are they saying, that 30-second spots are going for $2.5 million?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Something like that. A lot of money.
Oh, my God.
We'll see how far it goes for that 60 seconds.
Yeah, we got 800 million people today. 1 billion people are watching.
The very first Super Bowl 40 years ago, they went for $80,000.
Is that right? And that was huge money.
Yeah, exactly. So if that one's a 60-seconder, is that a $5 million spot?
It's got to be.
Created, by the way, by Paul Van Osdol's brother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, yeah.
Neat stuff.
Yes, our Team 4 investigation. The making of the commercial will be forthcoming. Jim Parsons will be chasing him down.
That's right.
Ugly.
That's right. Hey, you know what? We're going to be live on this set here for another, oh gosh, just shy of an hour now.
Yeah, we're already emailing us and having a great time. We appreciate the feedback, and a lot more to come here on Channel 4 as our coverage of Super Bowl 40 continues.
I'm Coach Rosendale with the coolest Super Bowl day around. We're going to tell you what's going on here. As everyone says, go Steelers!
All right, we are back. You know, I was wondering how long it was going to take him to do this, because if you've ever been on any Steelers Sunday to any Giant Eagle or Shop and Save, whatever, the people behind the scenes, the workers, Gus, you know what I'm talking about. They're the ones who are the most decked out. They're crazy fans there.
Sure, I mean, and that is something we've seen all morning long. I mean, this is very conservative compared to some of the outs that we have seen in the last couple hours. One of the great things, and Ellen and I were talking about this before. Ellen lives in Monroe Hills, how everyone has sort of, in different ways, if they have moved to the area, discovered the Steelers. It's a force of nature around here. Now, Ellen, yes, it is. You moved to the area in kind of that huge stretch of Super Bowl wins.
Yes, I did.
What was it like? You moved here from Germany.
Right.
What was it like coming from a foreign country to this foreign land and discovering this phenomenon?
Oh, it was wonderful because we never got to see Steelers playing over there that way. It's just football over there. But when we came to the United States, we watched the Steelers playing. At first, it wasn't such a big thing for us, but then later on, we really started enjoying it. And then, you know, they won all the games, and it really, we got into it with them. We watched a few games, and it put us in a good mood. It made us feel good. We knew they were from Pittsburgh, and it really was a good thing to have.
It is that remarkable unifying force force for so
Yes,
many
it
people.
is.
You can move here
That's
and
right.
take it in.
You take it into it because I feel like the Steelers are like family, you know, because they're so close with us. I mean, they talk to us on TV, maybe not in person, but, you know, part of it is like family because, you know, you out, you see all the things that you buy from the Steelers, you get to hear about the Steelers, you get to see them play, and it's a good feeling.
I have to say, I think that's one of the best descriptions of Steeler Nation I have ever heard since coming here. And after 30 years, your love for them has, I imagine, just grown.
It's never going to change. And I mean, I'm always hooray every time I hear their name. And I know when they're playing, I got to be in front of that TV and I got to watch them and they got to win. They must win every time.
Go Steelers.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your
nice
time.
to meet you. Have a nice day.
That's it here in Monroeville. I'm Gus Rosendale. We'll send it back to you.
I'm Kelly Fry live in Pontiac, Michigan, right outside the field where all the families have been staying this week. And coming up, we're sitting down to talk with one of those families one-on-one. Don't go anywhere.
Wright Hummer presents today's special coverage, Destination Detroit.
Welcome back. Scott Baker here, Channel 4 Action News, continuing super extreme close-up there on John's mouth.
Wow.
And we've had a wild time here as we've gone around from Michigan to Greensburg to down to the Strip District, where a while ago John was huddling with people like Penguins and ACB have established a secure presence for himself. John.
Well, we probably will draw a crowd. You know, I told you about the folks who came from Nova Scotia. I got that beat. Meet Omar and Talia. Omar, you came to Pittsburgh from where?
Mexico City. I love the Steelers. I'm a Steeler fan since '79.
Now, you've never seen snow before, right?
Never. This is for me, it's like vacation. This is Christmas for me, you know?
How do you like the city?
I think it's beautiful. Everybody's very lovely people, and we love to see the Steelers here and celebrate the world champions.
Now, the Steelers played in Mexico City,
in
right?
2000, and I meet with Mr. Rooney. I say, Mr. Rooney, tomorrow you'll see 90,000 fans. This is Noah Cobalt country, okay? And they're basically with the Steelers fans, good Steelers in Mexico City.
Talia, you also a Steelers fan?
Yes, I am.
She's a bigger fan. Okay. Oh, there you go. She's a big fan. Oh, Scott, as I said, we were a draw crowd, and here they are. All the way from Mexico City. We're not slighting the local folks because they're down here too. I can't tell you how many folks came up to me and said, hey, we saw that you were on today, so we decided to come to this time. Those signs, we're for the Steelers. Everybody's asking me for those. Sorry, folks, don't come and ask me because I've run out of them. Go see Wendy and Scott at the station. Reporting live from the Strip, John Greiner, Channel 4 Action News.
There's a huge Spanish-speaking nation. The Steeler nation goes, I got to play this. Let's see if it works.
Oh, good. That really worked out extremely well.
There it goes. It's a ringtone.
Nice.
Matt, our stage guy, who is working on his phone, and he got it. It's not one you can download. He had it like emailed somehow or something. But
my kids are really getting into this. I'm noticing it more and more that, you know, 4 years old, 5, 6, they're really getting into this. And they used to be diehard Penguins fans. They're getting into the Steeler Nation.
It has a power. You can't resist it. Do not
it pulls you.
touch my hand right now. All right.
How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Let's talk weather, and we've got some snow flying. You just heard the gentleman for the first time. You know what? The good news is we're not going to see a lot of it. If he wants to go see it accumulate somewhere, he's going to have to head out into the mountains. They still could pick up 1 to 3 inches of snow out there. Oh, it's ringing. You better give it back to Matt, the floor guy. Actually, I left mine at home today. Cloudy skies. 28 degrees is where we're at. Winds are out of the west-southwest, 21 gusting to 32. So anybody important calling? Or no? Okay. Just thought I'd check. Numbers from around the area. 27 in Butler, International, Midland, Steeler, Washington, you're at 28, 30 in Morgantown. But factor the winds in. Check it out. It feels like it's down into the single digits. Du Bois, you bounce back up to 11. 11 the wind chill in Franklin, as well as 12 in Steeler, Westland. 17 right now in Morgantown. We take a look at live pinpoint Doppler weather radar. We're currently zoomed in on Franklin first, where we got a little bit of light snow from Franklin down to Clarion County. And it's nothing heavy, but even down in Armstrong County, we're seeing a little bit of light snow there as well. Moving to Indiana, some light snow right along the Crescent Ridge, back into Cambria County. If you're traveling along Route 22 today, right at the pinnacle of the Crescent Ridge, you could have whiteout conditions, so do be careful there. We'll move on to the south. Uniontown, Washington, can use a little bit of light working through. It's part of slow that continues to pull out of here. As it does, we're on the bottom side of it. It's wrapping that snow into us. Not going to see any big accumulations, 1 to 2 inches possible. But most of that's not going to be on that low in the air right now. 36 31 Butler, 30 at Katanning, 31 in Aliquippa. Cloudy skies with some snow showers, breezy conditions, winds gusting to 40 miles an hour. From there into the mountains, Indiana tops out at 31, 33, 25 in Oakland. Cloudy skies, flurries to snow showers, breezy as well, gusts going near 40, even a little above that in the mountains. Pittsburgh 32 today, 34 Waynesburg, 35 Morgantown, cloudy with some snow showers. Snowfall forecast looks just an inch or two possible through tomorrow. We've got yesterday, and most of it's not sticking to the ground. It's all blowing in the air, but we're still seeing some of it out there. Tonight, we'll continue to see some. If you've got a Super Bowl party this afternoon, 28 degrees, cloudy, windy, and then as you head through overnight, 22 wind chills into the single digit. Tomorrow, 3 clouds, sun, and a few flurries. And a look at your exclusive. We'll watch 4 or 5 day forecast. Temperatures continuing to go. Stay right around the freezing mark. 31 on Tuesday, Wednesday 34 degrees. Chance of late day snowflakes Thursday. 4 and scattered snow showers next weekend. Winterfest. It kicks off for us up at 7 Springs. It's going to feel like it. We're actually going to have some snow for the sleigh rides and the ski events and all things like that.
John, do we know? Do we have more? I'm the Steelers signs.
I know best people on it.
I know we did during the week, and I don't want to overload the security guys.
They had 5,000 of them.
We had a bunch of them ready to go out in the newspapers, and then there was a. Okay, I'm not allowed. Some organizations have said you're not allowed to distribute those. Anyway.
We'll see.
Yeah, but if we can find out that we can put more of those down there, or a place where you can pick them up, we'll let you know. We've been trying to get them out all over town.
You know, we'll talk to Kelly Fry now. Kelly, she's been set up outside the hotel for the last week or so, and tend to get the greatest grabs. Who have you seen? Anybody?
She's gone to the cell phone here.
Well, you know why, Scott? Because I just heard about Matt, and it's funny. My producer, who are you calling? You've got to get on there. I said, I just want Matt to know that somebody emailed me this thing earlier this week. Can you hear it?
There you go, yeah.
We all have it this week. I don't know where it even came from. I think the Steelers emailed me. They have a cell phone number as a contact. So, okay, they're to the Super Bowl. All right, that's enough of my singing, right? But hey, I just wanted to show you.
We have it. Matt's playing it in the studio, so we have it in stereo now.
Oh, great. That's it, right? We haven't heard this all week. But, yeah, this week we've been outside in Pontiac, Michigan. Obviously outside in this cold today, 18-degree wind chill. But we've been here outside the team hotel. So today what you're seeing, Steelers obviously had an invitation from in today. Did see Chemo. He stopped by to say hi to his family a little bit earlier. We showed you him live on TV. Right now what you're seeing, a lot of the fans that are inside the lobby, they've been going in there to pick up all kinds of fan gear. We've got all Steelers stuff, all the Super Bowl stuff. A lot of families are in there as well, just kind of milling about in the lobby area. But earlier this week, Channel 4 Action News anchor Sally Wiggin actually had a chance to sit down with the Gardocki family and talk to them one-on-one.
What does a family do? We're sightseeing, we're seeing what Detroit's all about, and we've loved it so far. We really have. Cole got to ride in an assembly line car yesterday as it was being made, and it's every day you can do it. We've really enjoyed it.
8-year-old Cole more than enjoyed having dinner with his dad and the rest of the team at the Bettises and then going to the Pistons game. But is he nervous about his dad playing in the biggest game of his life?
I really don't think about it that way. I just want to punt the ball one single time.
And he knows what the Steelers need to do to win.
Rush the heck out of Matt Hasselbeck. And keep going, keep going. I think Joe Jordan and Jerry Stevens, and I think we'll win. I do, but give up to Seattle too, so.
Meanwhile, life goes on even when you're at the Super Bowl. Sally is getting her master's in screenwriting at UCLA.
I have class on Wednesday night, and everybody's all over the world, actually, in this class, and my teacher's laughing. He's like, nobody has any excuses for the rest of the year to not show up, because Sally's at the Super Bowl, and she's still here in class, so no excuses. So I've been writing every day.
That is just great stuff. An inside look at one of the families involved in Super Bowl 40, and our live coverage continues here in Pontiac, there in Denver, Detroit, and back in Pittsburgh. We're coming back in just a little bit.
Hey, I'm Jennifer Mealy, and I am live here in the other Burg, Greensburg, where we've got crazy fans at Permani Brothers.
Welcome back to our Channel 4 coverage of Super Bowl 40, and I have important news. Liz Stevens, who hosts the Steelers webcast with me, just informed me that the ringtone that we were talking about that Matt has and that Kelly was playing, available as a PDF download on the PittsburghChannel.com.
See, isn't that nice how quickly you get that? Let's go Rosendale live in Roseville at the Giant Eagle. Hey, how you doing, Gus?
I'm doing well. I'm telling you, these posters are real popular. I mean, people have been driving around the area coming to pick them up. These guys came down, and they all have them all displayed here. And you can see there's Steelers pride here. They're all everybody for the Steelers. What's your prediction for tonight's game?
Oh, a win.
Well, yeah, we all know that. But, I mean, what do you think the point spread's going to be?
Point spread? 14.
14.
How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you?
All
right.
I'll call my book. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
A blowout.
A blowout. There's a little challenge. 14.
Blowout? Come on, it's going to be a tough game.
We'll deal with this in a little bit. How you doing? Indeed, absolutely. Shot. You know, that happens to me on TV a lot too. What's going to happen tonight? What are you predicting?
We're gonna win.
You're going to win big?
Yeah.
All right, terrific. Well, guys, thanks very much for talking for me. What are we going to say here? Go!
Hey, and don't go anywhere. Coming up, we're going to be talking live to Governor Ed Rendell, what he has to say, his pick for the big game coming up. Hey, everybody, and welcome to this Super Sunday edition of your official Steelers Super Bowl station and a live shot now in Detroit Ford Field. A beautiful day for football. 18 degrees, very crisp, and we are getting into it.
Wind chill, correct?
Yeah, it's okay.
Right.
Yes.
I think we're going to get a high of 36 degrees. That's my prediction on this 36th day of the year as we head into Super Bowl 40. An exciting day. Thank you so much for joining us. So many of you joining us for the entire run, 8 hours or so we've been on.
It's been a lot of fun. And you know, right now we have something very interesting. We don't often get to talk to the governor. You know, I think Sally and Mike are out in Ford. We're outside Ford Field right now in Detroit with a very special guest. Hey, guys.
That's right. We have Governor Ed Rendell here. And this is his second Super Bowl in a row with the Pennsylvania team. Last year, though, you were doing the postgame because you did the postgame talk show for the Eagles. Sure. Had to be tough for you.
Well, it was a little tough. Well, I was proud of the Eagles because I thought they played a great game against what was then team in Pro Football. And, you know, the Eagles had a chance to win it up to the last second of the game. So I thought they accomplished a lot. And remember, we're not like the Steelers. We haven't been to a series of Super Bowls. Just getting there was a great accomplishment for the Eagles. As this year's Steelers get there, I think is a good story. If you consider how far out the Steelers were and what they had to do on the road to win the playoffs, it was a great accomplishment getting there.
It's a great comeback story. Detroit, we've been covering. It's a great comeback city as well. They elected some here today, not only to cheer on the Steelers, but to learn from Detroit. There's a lot to learn here, isn't there?
There's no question. Detroit is making a major effort to use this as the pushing off point for the revitalization of their city. It's got a ways to go. I think in Pittsburgh we've got a lot more of the infrastructure needed to build back the city. What Pittsburgh needs, and Detroit for that matter, is to get people back living downtown. If you get people living downtown, all the rest falls into place. And that's why the PNC project was so important. The condos that PNC is going to be building, the units in the Lazarus building that's going to be redone. If we can get downtown living back in Pittsburgh, I think that stadiums, a wonderful arts and cultural district, shopping, you know, Saks Fifth Avenue, great places to shop, Kaufman's. I think the sky's the limit for downtown Pittsburgh.
Governor Rendell, you were just on ESPN this morning talking about cold getting Super Bowls, and there actually are some hard and fast rules governing that.
Right. The NFL adopted a rule that says if you don't average 50 degrees or higher during the month of February, you can only have the Super Bowl if you have a dome stadium. You consider the dome stadium when we were doing Pittsburgh and Philadelphia Super Bowl stadiums for all of us, the private owners and the states and the cities, decided that the extra $250 million wasn't worth it. For one Super Bowl every 20 years, we use that money to schools and do other things.
And you're hoping in Miami, what might happen?
The ultimate for me would be, you know, and of course there's some question whether I'll still be governor by this time. Well, the ultimate for me as governor would be with the Eagles this year, Eagles Steelers in Miami, and I'm looking at the camera crew, guys. In Miami, it'll be about 80 degrees. It'll be about 80 degrees.
Governor, speaking of contests, it looks like you'll be facing a former Steeler Hall of Famer. Can you beat Lynn Swanhead?
Well, you know, I think when an incumbent runs for any office, whether it's governor or mayor or whatever, the test is really, has the incumbent done a good job? It's less about the opponent than it is about the incumbent. And I think when the people of Pennsylvania consider the things we've accomplished, the education, the economy, we have more jobs now than at any time in Pennsylvania's history, the environment, all of the strides we've made, adding 250,000 people to the PACE program, our prescription to progressive seniors. I think they'll decide that I this is another term, but if not, maybe I'll do what you guys do for a living.
Well, I understand you're a really good sportscaster.
Well, I enjoy it. I love sports, and look, I'm a great admirer of Lynn Swan's prowess as a football player, and he does a great job as for ABC. He did a great job as a sports announcer. You know, and he has every right to run. People come up to me and say, "It's ridiculous. A guy who's never held any office running for governor." No,
it's happened quite a bit. Yeah,
it's happened quite a bit, and he has every right to run. He certainly has the same right to run as Arnold Schwarzenegger did.
So, is your prediction you'll win re-election?
Well, I never predict elections. You know, it's like it's a little bit of I predicted earlier we had a big rally in the Capitol, and I said 27-10 Steelers. I just think the Steelers are playing the best football anywhere. I think the AFC is a notch above C and Allen. As long as we don't turn over the ball, and we're a team that doesn't turn over the ball much, I think we'll win and win fairly with a little bit of breathing space.
Who are you sitting with at today's game?
Midge. I'm sitting with my wife, Midge. You know, she had a chance to go because, you know, as a federal judge, she's not allowed to do anything political. No fundraisers, no political events. So this is a nice break for us.
I played golf with her. She is an amazing golfer.
Well, you know, I always kid Midge. Midge is Swedish. I always kid, if it started younger, she didn't start till her mid-40s. She hits 17 out of 18 fairways. I said, if you started early, you would have been Annika Sorensen, not Annika Sorensen.
All right, Governor Ed Rendell, thanks.
Well, thanks, guys.
27-10, your prediction. All right, thanks again. John and Andrew Stockey.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And with the governor being here, it's interesting to note that for only the second time in Super Bowl history, we have consecutive Super Bowls with teams from the Keystone State. Super Bowl 14 and 15. This was 14 the Eagles and 15. Now the Eagles.
Late last night, like looking over all these stats.
Well, I'm all
you're blowing my mind today.
I love this game.
Just stats coming out of your ears.
You know, this is the coolest game in the world. That's why I love to talk about it. And speaking of the game, special teams, we talked about it earlier, play a huge role today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, we talked about it earlier. James Harrison comes back to the Steelers from injury. A very valuable special teams player. And that's the one thing Cowher stresses is special teams. He wants all his team to be sound in that area because, you know, you can be solid on offense, solid on defense. You make a mistake or two on special teams, you can still lose a football game. So, you know, the special teams for the Steelers have been great all the playoffs and most of the season. I expect more of the same today.
And earlier this week, I had a chance to sit down with two Steelers special team performers who could have a major impact on Super Bowl 40.
Super Bowl 30, 10 years ago, when an unknown stole the game from the Steelers and the game's MVP award. On this last day of media availability, as far as the Steelers are concerned, all these journalists out here are looking for hidden heroes. That one player who may play, that one Steeler that may walk away with the MVP award. There are the usual suspects, Ben and the bus, but so often special teams can swing the game.
I think it will. Field position is always considered to be key in the Super Bowl. You know, I can't imagine not being.
The athletic Antoine Randall has already taken 2 punts back for touchdowns.
Every time you touch the ball, you know, for me, it's just trying to score. I have to watch myself. Sometimes I try to score without the ball. You know, that ball comes instead of catching it clean, I'm trying to run already. Or, you know, catching the punt, I'm trying to run already. So stay focused and catch the ball clean. And yeah, every time you touch it, you want to try to, you know, get in the end zone.
Then again, 2 of the last 4 Super Bowls have swung on the leg of the place kicker.
When I was a soccer player, I'd be watching the Super Bowl, and I would be, I would dream about kicking a game winner. But the thing about it is, I was playing soccer at the time. I never thought I'd be in the situation. Now I'm in the Super Bowl. It's reality. I mean, it's not like I'm ready to suck that opportunity up because I just want to be successful and help the team win. You know, if I'm a household name, great. But if I have a Super Bowl ring, it'd be a lot better.
And John, while special teamers have played a key role in Super Bowls, and I hate to bring up more statistics for you, the only one, yes, more, I got more for you, only one has a special teams player been named most valuable player, and I think you can guess who it is.
Desmond Howard.
That's right.
Green Bay Packers, Super Bowl 31.
That's right. And
see, I know a little something.
You know a little bit, and never a kicker, but then again, you never know when it comes down to the Super Bowl.
Right. Oh, Scott Norton wasn't MVP?
No, he wasn't. Now to our own special team performer, Sheldon Ingram. Sheldon.
With Super Bowl coverage from Super Bowl 40, the site here in Detroit, Michigan. Be back later with some more of our special coverage.
All right, Sheldon, thank you so much. We got something very special to show you here. I love this.
Yeah, I was talking about special teams. I think if we go to camera 3, I think what I've done is I've hooked up on the iSight back to the Baker household. Ava Baker, who is right here, who's just a month old this weekend, wearing her little Troy Polamalu jersey.
Look at Emma.
And and then Emma Baker. Emma, lift up a little bit. We can see the 36 on her shoulder. She's got her Bettis jersey. Hey, Emma, can you give us a Steelers cheer? I'll lean down to get the mic close.
Nice job, Emma. Oh, that's wonderful.
There, Ava Baker checking in.
Oh, that's great.
Live over the internet from the Baker household.
Oh, well, that was worth it. All the like, weird stuff you've been doing on your computer the last 4.5 hours.
We're
pays
working,
off.
by the way, we're working on getting the ringtone on the Pittsburgh channel. It's not there yet. It will be. You can download right now in PDF that I'm for the Steelers sign.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
you can print out your own and then you got it.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Channel 4 Action News coverage of Super Bowl 40. We're having a great time. Hope you are.
Oh, so nice to see all of you. And Sheldon, so nice to see you. I know you can't hear very well, so I'm just going to send it out to you. Take it away.
Okay, well, I just want to give some brief reflections here. This is my first Super Bowl to cover an event like this. And while we all wanted to see this in a warm weather city such as Miami or San Diego, it's still a special feeling. And that's the feeling I get here. It's special not only for the Pittsburgh Steelers, not only for Steelers Nation, but even for the good people of Detroit, Michigan. You know, a lot of people spoke negatively of Detroit as being an unattractive city as we came in earlier in the week. But the people here have been absolutely phenomenal, simply warm, loving people, and a lot of Pittsburgh fans have made it their point to say over and over again of how special and how special the hospitality has been here in Detroit, here at the scene of Super Bowl 40. So while we're not in ideal conditions, such as in 80-degree weather in Miami, it's still a warm feeling being with the people in Detroit, and it's a special feeling knowing that the Pittsburgh Steelers are at the center of a world stage event such as Super Bowl 40. Back to you.
All right, Sheldon, thank you so much. We've so enjoyed your reports, and I cannot believe we've now been on the air, well, 4 hours for us, but 8 hours total and still counting. We're just ticking away here.
Yeah, and we've got stuff yet to cover, and you know, I think when people have waited this long, that all of the excitement is gearing toward kickoff. And you know, right now, this is probably the time when the team is getting focused, because we saw Kimo Van Olhoffen just an hour and a half ago out in Pontiac. He probably still had an hour to get down to the stadium. So right now, they're probably getting that speed from the little tower. He said yesterday that he knew what he was going to say, but he wasn't letting anybody else know. It'd be interesting to find out how the players react.
Yeah, you're going to step by a short commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Mealy, and we are live in Westmoreland County, and these guys are ready for the game at Permanente. We'll talk to some of the fans coming up.
Be sure and watch Super Bowl 40 on Channel 4, Pittsburgh.
Presents today's special coverage, Destination Detroit.
Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. You know, Joe Starkey in the Trib had Dan Rooney saying, "You'll never hear me say one for the thumb." He knows that there is a Steelers history, but he knows that there's a Steelers future. It's just one ring for these guys. It's theirs to go and get, and that day is today.
Neat stuff. 2:16, our Steelers coverage continues, and we're going to head out to, Black and Goldsburg. Hey, Jen Mealy.
Hey guys, how are you? We're having a great time at Permanente Brothers here in Greensburg, and I'm with the manager of Permanente Brothers. This is Zach. Zach, how happy are you that we finally have a Permanente Brothers in Westmoreland County?
Oh, I'm excited. You know what? It's been great. We've opened about 2 months ago. Every day it's been packed here, and you cannot ask for anything more. The Steelers got the Super Bowl. Get this kind of crowd in here with all these people. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Your food is great. We've had a great time here. Now, this lovely lady, what's your name?
Gina Tumino.
All right. You have traveled far away to get here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where from?
Philadelphia.
All right. Well, we're glad to have you very much. Thank you. All right. Let's ask some of these folks. Game prediction score today.
Oh, definitely Steelers 27-17.
Steelers 45, Seahawks 1.
20-10 Steelers.
All right. Now, let me show you how much Westmoreland County supports the black and gold. Check it out. Hey, we're live here in Greensburg, Westmoreland County. I'm Jennifer Mealy, Channel 4 Action News. Back to you guys.
I have to say, I've never painted my face. Have you ever gone that far?
Gotta paint your face.
You're ready. We can make the admission right now.
I could see Don.
Don and I are wearing a little makeup right now.
You had to tell.
Yeah, it's a TV thing. You know, we're not proud of it, but we have
on
to.
your collar.
But we have to do it every day. All right. How are you? Sorry. I still feel manly.
I do too.
Okay,
I got the
good.
jersey on. Come on. It's game day. It is Super Bowl Sunday with the Steelers. How cool is that, just to say? Live look on the action cam. We checked the sky conditions, cloudy skies. Visibility's at 4 miles. That's due to some snow continuing to fly out there. Winds are out of the west-southwest, 17, gusting to 31. Terrible towel in hand, ready to go. It's almost game time. Do we have the clock on there? How long? I got to look at it. 4 hours and 6 minutes. Maybe I can get a nap in before the game. All right. Numbers from around the area. 27 in Franklin. I'm going to set my terrible towel over there. 27 in Franklin. 28 in Butler, Pittsburgh International, West Mifflin, Indiana, Latrobe, Steeler, Washington. 29 in Morgantown. We look at the wind chills, though. Beaver, look at that. You've dipped down into the single digits. 9 hour, 8 in Du Bois, 12 in Indiana, West Mifflin, 13 in Steeler, Washington, 15 in Morgantown. Live, pinpoint Doppler weather radar. We start wide and notice the only snow not flying right in Allegheny County. We've got a little bit of a break in the action through Allegheny County. Butler, a little bit of light snow activity. Washington as well. We'll move to the north first, where we see the snow flying from Franklin to Clarion to Butler. Heavier pocket there right along I-80. If you're traveling along I-80 in the next couple of hours, do be careful. From there to the south, Indiana has some snow right along the ridgetops back to Blairsville. And then on down into Uniontown, a break in the action, but Washington, Steeler, PA, picking up some snow as well. Satellite radar from around the area continues to show the snowflakes flying. Now, this area of low pressure is pushing off. Go ahead, throw it to me, Matt. He's got the football off camera. All right, we can use this as a weather pointer. See this right here? We see this counterclockwise rotation. Snow being pulled into us. That snow is here through the afternoon. But as we head through the late day, winds are going to be more of a problem. Mercer, you'll top out at 26. Clouds, some snow to deal with, breezy conditions. Matt, there you go. All right. Holy cow, all right. From there, we head into the mountains where Indiana hits 31, 33 Uniontown. Clouds, some snow showers. Big story today across the region will continue to be the wind gusting to the 40-mile-an-hour range. Pittsburgh, you'll see 32, 34 in Waynesburg, 35 in Morgantown. Clouds and some snow showers. By the time it's all done through Pittsburgh, we're talking about an inch of snow. Most of it not on the ground. It's being blown around in the atmosphere more as you head up north and into the mountains east of the city. If you got a Super Bowl party this afternoon, 28 degrees, cloudy, windy, scattered snow showers. Tonight we get down to 22, breezy, colder, scattered snow showers. Tomorrow, 30 degrees, clouds, sunshine, couple of flurries to deal with. Feels like winter as we head through the next 5 days. Look at your exclusive Weather Watch 4 5-day forecast and on into Tuesday. 31 degrees with a chance at some snow. Wednesday, 34 degrees. And on your Thursday, some snow showers and 34 degrees. And not only is it Super Bowl Sunday, next Sunday, it's Winterfest 2006. And we'd love for you to join us up at Seven Springs. It's going to be a great time up there. We're actually going to have some wintry conditions in for it as well.
Perfect.
Right. And I'm looking at that weather there on Monday. And I think Wendy and I, we've been trying to be real calm about not being too assumptive about victory, though feeling for it. So looking at the Monday forecast, hoping that will be a welcome home victory weather.
That'll be very nice.
Even though we're not supposed to go out to the airport.
Very nice. All right, how about Gus Rosendale? He's been holding down the fort out in Monroeville, giving us these live shots from a giant eagle out there. Hey, you can hardly hear us, huh?
Well, indeed, it's a very black and gold fort, of course, and everyone has their different ways of expressing their pride here. Because everyone is yelling. Look, you have some of the more traditional jerseys, you have the towels, and then it gets a little more interesting as we make our way down the line. We have the burger hat there, which is big. And then this creation here, did you make this? Or?
No. I went to Max and Irma's last weekend.
Oh, okay.
And I got it there.
And it hasn't popped on you or anything?
No, actually one balloon popped last weekend, but I kept it.
All right, well, be careful of winds and low-hanging, doors.
I don't wear it outside.
A terrible pop, and then your, celebration will be deflated. Now, these are some bigger displays. I was talking to Chris here, and she's given me her hand. My mother's very excited about this. She's given me her hand to show you. Take a look at those nails. I don't think I've seen a lot of outfits here today, different ways to show your pride, but look at it. How did you do that?
I had it done down at one of the nail stores at Monroeville Mall. And they airbrushed it on.
Wow.
great job they did.
I'm really impressed by that. Now, how long will those nails be in that shape?
These were actually done last Sunday.
Wow.
And they still look really good, and we're hoping that as long as we can keep them going, we're going to show our Steeler pride for weeks to come.
You give them a royal wave as they win.
Exactly, absolutely.
Well, Chris, thanks very much. We'll be checking in with you throughout the day, reporting live from Monroeville. I'm Gus Rosendale, Channel 4 Action News.
And a final live report coming up from the Strip District right after this.
This is Dan Kreider of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Watch the Steelers in Super Bowl 40 on WTAE Channel 4.
All right, here we go. Our live coverage continuing here of Super Bowl 40. We're making our final checks, our final stops. We're going to go to John Greiner one more time. Good time in the Strip District.
It is. People are still coming in. Here's Linda. Linda, what do you got in your right hand here?
I have a dead Seahawk. It's dead.
Okay. Over here is Lou. Take a look at Lou's car. Lou, you've been cruising the Strip all day, huh?
Yes, I have. The last 2 nights on the south side. Said I wasn't going to buy anything this year, but just kept adding on the last 2 weeks.
Okay, I got one more travel story for you. These 10 women came from New Jersey, all in an RV, just to see the Steelers.
New Jersey loves Pittsburgh! Steelers!
That's going to do it from the Strip District. Live, John Greiner, Channel 4 Action News.
Such a great job, John. Hey, you keep it right here. We're going to be right back and say goodbye.
Stay with us.
We wanted to show you Pontiac, Michigan one last time here at the Steelers Team Hotel, where the families are now officially boarding the buses because they are heading downtown. Let the game begin. I'm Kelly Fry. I'll see you all a little bit later, you guys.
Nice work out there, Kelly. Oh, good for you. You have a chance to get inside now and get warm. Oh.
That really is it. This is about family. This is about community. It's about team. And we've heard so much from the coach, from the owner, that this is the closest team they have sensed. And we think that we have been able to see that as we've looked at them, as we've seen them dining at Jerome Bettis' house this week. And you just have to think that this might be their moment.
And you have made us all part of your family as well. You've awakened to us and even gone to sleep with us at the end of the day. We want to go out to Sally and Mike and live right outside Ford Field. Say goodbye to us, guys. It's been a wonderful ride thus far.
It certainly has. You know, the gates are now open, fittingly. Wendy, a lot of black and gold going inside that stadium.
This is really going to be a home game. You heard Governor Ed Rendell's prediction, 27-10. He said, my prediction, 31-17 Steelers. Sheldon, how about you?
Well, I don't predict games. I just enjoy them.
And let's go to 2 other guys who are going to be enjoying that game, John Burton and Andrew Stockey.
Well, guys, it has been an incredible ride. JB, your final thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a great week here at Super Bowl 40. The weather notwithstanding, had a lot of fun here. And I'm sticking with my prediction, Steelers 28, Seahawks 20.
I think the Steelers win this game once again by 2 touchdowns. Now, I really do believe this will be Jerome Bettis' final game, and what a way to go out on top. Okay, let me throw it back to you.
Oh, Andrew and JB, thank you so much for that. Our coverage is going to continue.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. We're just getting started. Of course, you're going to leave your TV set right on here on Channel 4 because coming up, well, the NFL is going to take over, but the Super Bowl kickoff, what, 4 hours away?
Right, and it's going to be all Super Bowl throughout the afternoon, and then right after the game, you may see commercials during the game about Grey's Anatomy. We're going to put that off until after the news, after the special, midnight, so set an open-ended VCR if you want that, because as soon as the game's over, we're into post-game, we're talking to the players, we're talking to the fans, we'll have our full newscast, our regular newscast, and I think it's going to be incredible. And I think that there's so many storylines to watch tonight.
Yes.
So many faces to watch, the faces of the Rooneys. We're going to see if Ben can keep that calm, if the bus can keep that force, the speed of Willie Parker, the jazz of Randall L. We're going to see that the both of those lines crashing hard. It's going to be exciting.
I'm going to look for Bill Cowher to find Dan Rooney on the sidelines. And I'm going to look for him when he gets that trophy. And that is the moment I'm waiting for, because that is the time that he said that the moment that he will feel most fulfilled, because this is what he is brought here to do, and this is what his dream is to fulfill. I think the Seahawks are going to bring a game. I think it's going to be intense, and I think they're going to be maybe even better than Steelers fans expect. But I think that we've seen that this team, they have risen to the challenge time, and they're going to come out and play Steelers football, and we know what that is. We look forward to seeing the game tonight. We look forward to seeing you after the game. We have a lot of fun then. Thanks for watching. Go Steelers.